Okay, superhero overload. There's a superhero overload going on. TV shows, just in TV shows, there is The Flash, which is my favorite, Arrow, Supergirl, Legends of Tomorrow, Legion. There's probably more too. I mean, if I did research. TV movie shows on Netflix, there is The Defenders, which is like almost up to 5 now, right? Jessica Jones, Iron Fist, Daredevil, Luke Cage, and The Defenders. That's bloop, bloop. And then they're coming out with The Punisher this year, too. Shield, Gotham. There's a superhero overload going on, right? I'm not complaining. I'm pretty sure I forgot something, too. Now, superhero movies. Marvel, Iron Man, Spider-Man, Doctor Strange, Ant-Man, Captain America, Thor, Black Panther. Let's not forget about Black Panther. Black Panther's gonna be dope. Then we got DC Batman, Aquaman coming, Suicide Squad just dropped, and they got Batgirl on the way, Nightwing on the way, Justice League on the way, 3 new Batmans on the way. I'm not complaining. I grew up reading comic books. It's great to see adaptations of my comic books. But when I was growing up, I also loved peanut butter and jelly. I ate peanut butter and jelly every day. Now that I'm older, not so much. These comic book movies are like our peanut butter and jelly. In a minute, we're gonna be sick of f***ing peanut butter and jelly. Is this overload? I don't know, I might have named like 15 of them that's currently now. And then another 10 that are on the way in the next 2-3 years. They got them all planned up to like 2023 or something. What year is it? Can we be overdoing it? Can this be too much? Seems like too much. Is this too much? Seems like it's a cash grab of comics. Oh, let's not forget Fox's X-Men, Logan, Deadpool, Fantastic Four. They make these properties and they mix and match the stories that we love. Case in point, Civil War. They didn't have all of the characters, so they used some of this and some of that. Logan didn't have all the characters, so they used some of this and some of that. They mix and match and give us meals to digest, and I accept it. It's okay. It's acceptable. But after a while, it's going to be trouble because they adapt these movies. They're adaptations of the comic books. We love the comic books for what they are. There's no need to adapt them. Disney is smart. You see, Disney, they did The Jungle Book and Beauty and the Beast. The Jungle Book was 70% just like the book. 70. Great movie in live action. The Beauty and the Beast is 99% of that cartoon. Just redone. If it's not broke, don't fix it. The comic books that these people love, that I love, that we love as comic book lovers, we love the stories in them. There's no need to take those stories and make them able to be seen on the screen. Pay the people who wrote the stories in the first place and be like, we're going to use these exact stories and go with this. Because if not, you're diluting the storyline. So we're getting 4 to 5 to 6 to 9 comic book movies a year. We have between 10 and 12 comic book shows now a year. We're all mix and matching different stories. In a minute, there's not going to be anything to draw from. If you take samples of everything, in a minute, there's not going to be nothing to sample. Mordo said, the bill always comes due. Always. He way overacted that part, but yeah, I mean, for real. So after years and years and years of drawing from this, picking from that, because these are things that were started in the 50s and 60s, it took 40 and 50 years to make it that. They're gonna pick through this in 20 years. Piles go from this. Then comes the made-up stories. More than the made-up stories of which they're using now, which they're just using these comic book characters that we like and making up different stories with them, their own little stories. Unfortunately, stuff like that doesn't end well. As you can see from the adaptations that Hollywood has made already. It's too much. Too much? Yeah, too much is too much. 1 superhero movie a year from a studio, 2 superhero movies a year from a studio, 3 superhero movies a year from a studio, and then it's going to be 4 superhero movie studios pumping out 4 movies a year. That's 16 different movies. And not all of them can be good. We want them all to be great, but they all cannot be. When you have that much stuff, whatever it is, let's equate it to food. If you're eating some food, right? Chomping. You get the appetizer, the main course, and the dessert all at once. You're eating from all 3. You're going to get full faster. You're not going to enjoy any of it. That's the same thing. We're getting too much. It's too much on our plate. Can't enjoy something because we're looking forward to something else that's on the horizon. And this and that. Guardians of the Galaxy, that's another one. After a while, this world building and movies without conclusions and universes, it's all going to come to just one big stale point of like, did we really spend 11 years getting to this one point to see all of these movies build up to this point and it be trash? Let's hope not. That was up. To wrap this up, basically, if we take it like food and give ourselves time to enjoy each portion of food, and then after that, you gotta let your food digest. They say don't go in the pool for 15 minutes after you eat, right? Get cramps. I think it's the same thing. Brain cramps from all of this different superhero food before I can even finish enjoying the other superhero food. Superhero overload. Bangs! What do you think about my superhero overload? Huh.